Today, again, another interesting topic with our Python, that is interface of Python with MySQL we are going to check. If I take my interface of Python with MySQL, as of now for us, no, it is when I can take the sample paper of this year, term 2 we are having only for 2 marks. Mostly based on the term 2 question paper only, the papers will come. But earlier paper, if you have checked, there will be some fill-ups types of questions. So here we are not only concentrating with our exam point of view, in addition to that, how to do for practicals. So, and for this year, we actually got an option of the practical also. Either you can go with the interface of MySQL or you can go for SQL, just queries. But the real advantage of Python, if the child should know, means all this integration we should teach them. Then only they will understand. Otherwise, sometimes what happens, so even after learning a language, they will be with a query of why I have learned this language, because they may not know to use it in real-time applications. So when we are teaching this, Python with MySQL, Python with CSV, Python with the text, Python with binary, they will come to know, okay, using this language, I can access lot of softwares. I can do lot of analysis. So even we can show them with a plot, a pie plot, etc. in our programs. So it will be easy for them to understand it. Just a small coding if you are giving for CSV, and we can ask them to open the file in Excel. We can ask them to create a chart and analyze the data. So all this, it's possible for us. So here we have, as per the course of study, connecting SQL with Python, creating a database connectivity application, performing insert, update, delete query, displaying data by using fetch one, fetch all, and row count. In between, there is one more state function is there, that is called fetch many. Just we will have a knowledge about that one, but for exam point of view, it is not required. So as you know that the data are stored in larger amount, means it will be in the databases. There are different kinds of database available. If anyone is interested and you want to connect or download MySQL in your system right now, you can tell, so that we can show that as a live example of how to download the MySQL and then later how to connect it. Because I have already downloaded, so I can't do right now. If anybody else is having that, you can do. You can tell so that I will help you. So here we have actually Oracle SQL Server MySQL. To my knowledge, Windows 10 is not at all having any problem of downloading the MySQL files or MySQL software. Whereas if you are working with Windows 7, you go for MySQL version 5. Otherwise, it won't support. Or in case even if that is not supporting, then go for WAMP package. If WAMP is also not working, definitely I have to show my outputs. There is an alternative way. In our Python itself, we are having embedding one of the software called as, what is that? I just 1 minute. Embedded software for MySQL is there. We can always use that. That is called SQLite. If you are going to use SQLite, there's no need of worrying about. Go for the WAMP. Even WAMP is not working, then go for the SQLite. Now, the next one, see, but now we have to explicitly give -Python, then only it is supporting. As I said, for Windows 7 and other the operating system, 5.7 is advisable. I don't know how much it's feasible to get it downloaded. Otherwise, go for MySQL 8 latest version. Now, once the connection is installed, we are ready for doing the Python program to MySQL. What are the things we can do with that? We have, opening the Python, import the package required, open the connection to the database, creating an instance, then query to store the result, extract the query and give the output, finally clean the memory and we are coming out. This, when we are talking about MySQL, it's object, connector, cursor, then giving query, instead of explaining everything only with the code. First, to show the demo how the Python language and the MySQL is connected, how our system will start working. So that as a small presentations, I will show, like, see here. Our Python application is here. That is our writing code. This is our API data. That is the interface which we are going to transfer the data from Python to the SQL. So MySQL connector, we have to make it ready. MySQL connector is connected, and you can see on the right hand side that the database will be there. So first I'm using MySQL connector to connect my database. Then connector request is sent to our database. In case if there is any problem with your file is not present or anything, it will throw you the error, or even the user ID, password. If at all any error, you can see the error message will come. That's why connection request is sent. Once the connection request is over, it will give you the connected, it will get connected. Then we can create this connection.cursor. This object actually, it is something like assuming that one side, one person is there, another side, another person is there. Between that, we are creating a bridge. In the bridge, to take the content from the, assume A is one side, B is another side. So if I want to take the content from B, I'm just bringing it like a content in a sack. So it will be all with as a single object, it will be there. That is, the cursor will take care of this bringing the data, etc. So the next one, execute. This is the query or the command which is used for executing our SQL queries. So now after getting the sack of content, we are going to unpack it, or we have to take the content for our queries. So execute it. Once the execution is over, the entire content will be again encrypted and stored in a variable which you have defined. From that, I should unpack and display. For that unpacking and display only, we need a fetch all, fetch one, or fetch many. So see, all these steps we are going to work. And this is the way the MySQL will get connected with our application. So final output of our application will be in this way if everything is perfect. So what are the things to be done, or the steps involved in our connection is, first import the MySQL connector, second use the connect method, third use the cursor method, fourth is execute the commands. Now the command used for connecting is either you can work it as import mysql.connector or import mysql.connector as ms, where ms is the alias name. Now, after connecting, there are some parameters. This can be asked as a one more question also. There are 4 parameters used with connect method. Among the 4, the last database is an optional. If you want, you can give it here, or before itself you can create it and then go for it. Or later also you can create and then you can continue. Totally without opening MySQL itself, we can write coding and execute, access the content from MySQL and display. There is no need to open the server at all. Automatically by connect method, it goes to your server And host normally the server name. Right now, when we are working with our current computers, it is localhost. User is equal to the name which you have given in your server. Usually, default name for server of MySQL is root. And password is, again, you would have set the password. If at all you remember in Oracle MySQL in server platform, olden days, always the folder or the directory user is root and the password will be tiger. So that itself you can give, or any other related password we can mention. And database, if you have already created in MySQL the database, then you can put it here. Otherwise, don't specify the database name here. Later, we can give a database name by creating here itself. So after doing all these things, the next one is, this is the way we are connecting it. First, we'll see in the example, and then we'll go for execution. So the moment it is got connected, no output will come. If needed, we can check like this. If my connection is true, then successfully connected. Otherwise, it will throw error. Even in this program also, we can use try except, so that we can catch the error and give user messages. That also is a table which we are going to create. To create the cursor, the name of the object is myCount.cursor, where is nothing but my connection variable. So now using the connection variable, as like I said, one side of the past. So here is the example for showing the output. See here, for our SQL connection, we are using the object called as making the SQL query. Since the child should be very thorough in SQL statement, then only we can use it here. Then after this, I just put print my cursor. As I said, my cursor is just a bus to transport the data. So what happened? I will get the output only like this. So to see your content, we have to go for any one of the statements here. Fetch all will return all the records from the table. Fetch one will display one record, and this is an MCQ or one mark question. Even YY it can be asked. If no record is present, what will be the output? None will be your output. And if you want to take the records one by one, you can use a for loop and fetch one. Fetch many. Suppose if I have fetch many 2, only 2 records will be displayed. So number of records, how much I need, I can give. And row count is the statement which will return the number of rows retrieved from the SQL. So here it is very important. See, when there are 10 records in my original table, I used to fetch many of 3. What is the row count means? Only 3. So definitions, when they are writing, ensure that row count is the number of rows retrieved from an SQL statement. It is not total number of records present in the table. And this will be returned in the form of tuple result sets. So here is our first simple program. The program to display our content with the assumption of our table is present. So here you can see my host is localhost, user, password, and the name of the database user1. I connected the cursor, I use the select asterisk em form of list of tuple. There is always a doubt or a confused, or we are getting confused, or what I can say, some people are having this problem of finding right answer because there is no clarity in this question. So when it's asked what data type will be returned by fetch many or fetch all, you mention it as list of tuples. Actually, single record means it will come only in tuple. But when it is many records, it will be made up of list of tuples. The next one more program. This one, earlier program, if you have noticed, the output will be made up of like this in list of tuple. So now we are just modifying the program. Instead of giving this output in this way, one by one record you can give. So here same coding, but here you can see I have used another one for displaying the outputs. So when we are using R in row, we will get the output like this. Each one will be displayed with a space and you will get the output in this way. The next one here, this is actually what I can say is a modified question to be given for the students for a thoughts question, or you can say it is for improving the logical thinking. In the earlier program, we would have used 2 for loops and we displayed the output. We can ask the student, or in the question we can tell using one loop, print the output in this following format. In that case, they can use 2 methods. One method is straight away unpacking everything using this, or we can go for saying like this also. Row of 0, column specification we can give and display. So there are always, for a single program, we can ask the question in multiple ways, or in different ways we can ask. One user can think about, student can think about to display with one output, one for loop. So here you can see that my cursor with fetch many means 3 records. So only the 3 records will be displayed and row count will be given as 3. Though there are 5 records, you are getting only 3 records output. So the number of records returned is also 3. Now, another one we can do, that is parameterized query. Suppose, see, this particular previous question, we are just displaying the output using select asterisk from EMP. How to do if I want to display all the records, or with a condition I want to do it. Sorry, not for all, with condition. Like I want to display only the record number 1, or I want to display the department is IT. Like that, how to do it. For that, we can pass with the either one these formats we can take. Dynamic format, because we have to accept the data and display. I'm not going to display it as a static one. So we can ask the user to enter the number, employee number, then we can display the output. That can be done by either using percentage formatting or by using this format function. Let us see one by one. So here I'm giving the example as percentage format, and remember all our queries of string type. That's why I'm accepting the employee number here. You can see the employee number is selected. Here you can see input, enter the employee number to be searched. In the employee number, after accepting, convert it into string because queries must be of string data type. Then execute the query. Here, for simplicity, we can write the query inside a variable and then pass the variable, or straight away here also we can write the query. So my cursor.fetch1 will fetch one record. Why I put fetch one? Employee number is a primary number, a primary key. So if it is there, only one record will be there. Suppose you feel that there may be more than one record. So as I said, so here it's a employee number is a primary key. So I can give it as fetch one. If I am not sure about it's a primary key or anything, you give it as fetch all, so that all the records will come. But remember, in the format of list of tuple. So we have to unpack it. Now the next coding, similar only, but with a small change. Here you can see I'm using another format called as %s format. So in this method, what we are doing it from employee, where employee number is equal to substitute the variable which we have to give. That place you have to put the %s, so that YS because of string format. And this is the syntax for it. Once completed, all the variables can be given with percentage, starting with opening with the variable names, commas. If it is only one variable, put it only one variable with comma or multiple variable. Just like it will be passed as a tuple to the places and get unpacked. So here what I have done is the same program, but the only difference is now we are using the percentage format. This is very useful when we are having multiple queries. Like this one is just to display a selected employee number. Whereas if I have a question to display from a particular department, salary greater than 50,000 or something, then this method will be more useful than the previous method. Comfortable, nothing else. Otherwise, in that also you can do it. So see here the program. 1 minute, I'll show next one. Yeah, here. See, I'm accepting two conditions. One is select asterisk from employee, where department is equal to %s, and the salary is also greater than this. So two conditions we are combining and giving the output. Since the output will come in the format of list of tuple, to unpack and display the output, we can use this, what I can say, a for loop and display it, or just display each tuple separately. It's all up to us. Now we will see this coding in live demonstration. Any doubt up to this? Anything?
Ma'am, we are using that %d and %s. And the
Yes,
query
sir?
we are using only s.
No, I'm not. It's not audible. 1 minute. I think my audio. Yes, sir?
Is it audible, ma'am, now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are using that %d and %s, ma'am. But in
Yes.
query, we have used only %s and %s 2 times.
Percentage, yes, as I said, D and S are variable names.
Okay.
And all our query should be in the format of strings. So even with any types of variable name, here substituting place, we will put only %s, because all these values should go as strings. This is for dynamic output, but practical, sometimes we are doing static, then there is no need of worrying about the
Hello.
condition should be substituted. Yes,
I
think now, am I clear, sir?
Now you are audible, ma'am, in between.
Yeah, that's all. The difference, have you got it? That is, yes, all our query should go with as a string statement. For making string, all the formattings will be only with the %s. Yes is nothing but strings. These are for getting it as dynamic inputs. Yes, sir? Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Some lagging is there. I think that the network interruption is there. Ma'am.
I don't know. Today, my network is not there. I'm using mobile data. Now it is audible.
Now it is okay, ma'am. In between some
Now,
5 seconds, 3 seconds. lag.
okay. The percentage yes is for transferring our data as a string format. So if I have n number of variable or n number of field as a condition, fields we will get as it is as an integer, string or float, anything. But passing time, we should convert into as a string format. For that, the previous program we have done str, data type conversion. Instead of that, we are using the percentage format where s represent the same string data type, nothing else. Okay, sir? And this is a dynamic input we are getting and doing that. In case you are not going to use dynamic, you are creating your variables, everything inside as a single program, then there is no need of giving these conversions, etc. But always our program should go for dynamic so that anybody can check any kinds of outputs. Screen is visible? Python screen with no content. Is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Just a thumbs up is also enough, showing, because video is on, it's easy. Muting and unmuting if it takes time. Thank you. So see this program, the first program, how to execute. See, I haven't opened my MySQL. I even not yet started the MySQL. Automatically our program will take a. So automatically it will take a, just run the module. You see the output as, this is what we'll get because I didn't put any executing of the fetch all or fetch anything. So cursor has just taken the command and sent to it. That's all. Since there is no error, error didn't come. But if you want to see an error, you just see here. I'll change it as that user as something like RT. So run the program. See the errors because access denied. There is no, I think user is with that name. So we are getting all these errors. Is it clear? Yes. So I'm going for the next program. So this is the first program which we are seeing just for checking the connection is correct. You see, password is correct, whereas our username is wrong. That is the reason. So the next one, what we are going to see, I hope both the screens are visible right now. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll take the next coding. Next is how to see the output. Since the time constraint, I just saved the programs. So I'll just take that. I'm sorry. Here itself we can make corrections or we can already type and keep it. That's what I have done. Is my coding is visible? Yes. So now we can see that how we are executing this. Sorry. This one I can. Both the screens are visible now? Two screens?
Yes,
Input or okay. Okay, thank you. Now see the output. So I'm getting the output in the form of tuple. Earlier program, just we have sent the message. Now we are giving the output by using the fetch all command. As I said, this program we can modify. How to modify? Make it as a for loop. Use the for loop and display the data. You will get one by one data. Below another, we can get it. That too will come in tuple. Then another program, we can write it for unpacking the tuple, or we can use nested. That we will see how to do it. So here is my next coding. Any doubt in these programs, you can always ask. So in this program, you can see here, I have used the for loop to display the data. So we will get, instead of the previous output, now see how the output comes. One below another. But again, it is in the format of tuple. To unpack this tuple, either we can write it as for or in row. Like this, we can go. Or we can use variables. So print R. Since we have to give it in one line, one record. So end after one record. This is the same concept for our, what I can say, pattern program. Tomorrow we are going to discuss. Am I audible to you? Yes? Yes, thank you. Even nodding the head is enough. No, unstable the message came, that's the reason. Okay, now see the output, how it looks. So which output is good? Always the third output is the best output. But this, as I said, change the program, saying that use only one loop to give the output. Then how to do it? Just make all these things to come in there. Give some variable names. R1, 4 fields are there. So R2, R3, otherwise it will throw error, remember, R4. Sorry, R4. So here I will have same R1, R2, R3, R4. No need of this print. This will also work fine. See? So this is using single for loop, we have done it. Another method how to do it, as I said, take it as we know it is a tuple. So tuple addresses we can take, like saying of R of 0. R of 0, R of 1, R of 2, any order also we can change according to our requirement. Now R of 3, because we are unpacking with each variable. So if I write like this, then also the output will come same. Yes. So this is a small modification just to know how much they have understood the basic concepts, etc. So when they do multiple ways, different ways, automatically their knowledge is also increasing, and they themselves will give a lot of input for us. So the next one, what we can go for it, next program is the dynamic input. So let us see how to get a dynamic input. Using the str object, first we will see and then go for. And remember, even this way also we can write our, what I can say, our connection, multiple lines. You would have noticed in internet and other things, select statement also will be written in multiple lines. This is actual readability will be easy. Even small things, sometimes they may not be aware. So emphasize them different ways, show in different things. Then after completing all the portions, everything, after analyzing the types of student, as I said, select a standard format for depending upon the students' capacity. Otherwise, they can go for multiple versions of writing coding. Here I used str command. So this is a single command. I can straight away say here like this and so execute this. It's asking for enter the number. I'll put it as 2. I'm getting the output. Same in the same program, we can do, as I said, the earlier one also. Just using this. See here, I will accept one more thing as yes, s is equal to, we'll copy that input. Instead of this, salary to be searched. Salary, enter the salary. Starting value, enter the starting value greater than or equal to I'm taking. So salary to be searched. Then here when it comes, we'll say department. Previous program, I'm using the str command to show it instead of using format. So enter the department. So we have to here select asterisk from where department number. So DPTNO is equal to str of department is a string. So I'll remove all these things. Sorry. str, no need of str because it is already a string. But you want, you can put it as a safer side. That's all. str of D and salary I have a doubt. Let me check. So department is IT. Am I sharing the screen? I have to do, I believe. 1 minute, I'll just share the screen. Is the screen is visible? Yes? Yes, thank you. Now see the str object I have used for it. Same program, but instead of using formatting percentage, this way also we can do it. So here I am putting the department as IT, salary as something 7,000 and above. Not the problem. That's the reason I have to go for using the version. Query is not accepting with the plus symbol. Because different places I have put. 1 minute. error is here. This part, it's not accepting. That's why we are going for multiple ways for the percentages in that. So if it is one statement, but that's the reason I always prefer the percentage symbol, because multiple statements, it's not working. So this way it is not allowing me to write. So we'll go for the next type, that is the percentage symbol. I'll show you that. Sorry, 1 second. Again, I have to stop and share it because one window I closed. Formatting string, how to do it. Yes. So this is the method of using the percentage format so that multiple inputs we can get. This is one way. Another one, curly braces, is also there, that we will see in the next class. First, we will go up to this one. So here we are having it as percentage and substitute in the format of string, and the rest of the values, even if it is 1, make it as a tuple. So this is for a single employee number, the previous program like that. So here I will have the number as 4. I can see the output. The next program is regarding multiple values, what is present. So I am going for that multiple values. See, here I used the department where department number is percentage yes, and department salary is greater than or equal to percentage yes, and then the same coding what I have shown as a slideshow. So here we will put it as the enter the department number as IT, name, salary is something you take 7,000 and above. Sorry, salary, I think 1 minute. I just check out my unknown column. It says that 18 unknown column. Okay. What variable I use? Just check it out. We have to go to the use. My name of the database is user1. And you would have seen that our tables will come like this, isn't it? From my name is EMP. Salary only, DPT only I have given. I think I have put there as department number. Okay, that is the problem it gives. Okay, even there we can see, and have you noticed our outputs will come with this lines. This even we can create in our Python, but we have to again install one more package called as tablet. If you have added the tablet package, our output will come in this format. So I'll just show that in the tomorrow's class. In case of anybody interested in projects, they can use it. There is one more is that by default, they need not to do anything. By default, that outputs will come in this particular format, same like what we have. So I will just take the coding and come for that one. 1 minute. Stop. That program I will make the correction for department. See here, See what I have done here now. Let us now check the coding and then I'll. So enter the number. I can even close my SQL and this department. Salary is 500. Again, it's giving the error. I'll just check what is the error in this coding and I'll come for it in the next class, because no use of in front of you making the corrections. I think there is a small mistake where somewhere I have put. I'll check. Yeah, error, I found it. Sorry. No, I have made the correction, but still it is giving some error. Let me see what is that. In the next class, I'll check and tell you. But content is same concept only, we have to use it. Anyway, I'll check.